it was kinda, sorta...
It was awesome.
I know, right?
I love it.
You see, this is an episode.
By the way, Silver Spoon's remark, "But we already called them blank flanks," was the best joke of the season so far. It reminded me of something out of Friendship is Witchcraft.
Wow. That comparison to Friendship is Witchcraft got me so angry that I unleashed the magical surge so powerful that actually created a rift in YouTube. Another rift. It's smaller than those famous bronies created, but nevertheless it's a rift. I don't think it can lead to DigibronyMLP or Tommy Oliver. It's not that wide, but it might be able to reach BrickBrony1894. Yeah, that gives me an idea. Alright, then let's do it.
My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon.
Hello, you pony. I am Matthais Unidostres here. Today we're going to talk about the 5th episode of My Little Pony Princess Magic Season 4, Flight to the Finish. Now, I know I said that I wasn't going to do reviews of My Little Pony episodes, but the fact that these two reviewers, Tommy Oliver and DigibronyMLP, did such a biased, blindly positive review of this episode, when this episode is actually kind of bad, in my opinion, I just have to say something. But I don't want this to become just a rant. I want this to be tempered. I don't want to just list all the negative parts and act like I'm just attacking them. So I decided to do a crossover with none other than BrickBrony1894.
Hey Matthais, glad to be here. So, apparently I heard you don't like the latest episode of Friendship is Magic, Flight to the Finish. What's the deal?
Well, look. When the Nostalgia Critic reviewed Signs, he said that the people who liked it didn't know any better. Well, the same applies to this episode.
You don't know any better. You don't. You think that... No, you don't know any better, okay? It's not... well, okay? So let me enlighten you as to why this film is not... well.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. How about we get to the least bad thing about this episode? The song. What did you think?
Actually, please don't. It's just, I'm not a fan of song-filled episodes. Usually, when an episode does have a song, like May the Best Pet Win or Royal Candlelight Wedding, I usually skip the songs. You know, I don't mean to nitpick here, but aren't they already horses? I mean, in the video Spider-Man meets My Little Pony, Spidey calls Rainbow Dash a talking horse. I mean, I guess the song is to show determination, but isn't horse just a generic term?
Well, yes, you got a point there. But what you need to realize is that the CMC cannot have a decent song. The one in the Soul Shoppers was intentionally bad. Hush Now Quiet Now was a Michael Jackson lullaby. The Hearts and Hooves Day song was a superficiality song. 99 Buckets of Oats was a slap in the face. Bad City was just two words like over and over and over again. And Hearts Like Horses was a generic training song that only showed us how pathetic the CMC are. I mean, seriously? School has to go through rigorous training to climb 4 steps without swimming like a pig? Come on!
Okay, I guess that does seem ridiculous.
You know, professionalism is my middle name. Rainbow Professionalism Dash.
Really? I liked it better in Mysterious Mare Duel when it was Danger. Rainbow Danger Dash.
Danger's my middle name. Rainbow Danger Dash.
But as cool as she looks in sunglasses, she looks just as cool with a baseball cap and a whistle too.
But about Miss Professional Harshwinnie, I don't think the role was at the end where she turns into a fangirl is funny. It totally destroys all her credibility as a character. She's set up as this professional lady who's uptight, and that's her character. It's just that the fact that she just changes like this makes Gaines Pony's blood look even worse than it already was.
Oh, come on, Matt. Cool if I call you Matt? I actually think it's a bit funny at the end, but what I love is how Rainbow Dash supports Scootaloo, telling her that whether or not she'll fly one day, she's still awesome. Especially after last episode, Daring Don't, which was awesome, where Rainbow Dash idolized Daring Do so much that she forgot about her own self-worth. Now she's teaching the exact same thing to Scootaloo. Come on, buddy, that has to be worth some praise.
Oh, sir, you can call me Matt, no problem. Anyway, you're right, of course. That deserves a lot of praise. That is really cool, well thought out, and excellent. I'm glad to see that lessons are being taught and learned at the same time, and it's really cool, and like how the relationship between Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash is growing so much, and it's like getting closer, and like that's like so amazing. I love to see how this is gonna progress as the series goes on. So yeah, I like that part of the episode. I love that part. I don't mind Rainbow Dash in this. Okay, actually I do, because she does something so revolting later on. I just think that Miss Harsley was written kinda badly for the sake of a joke. And speaking of badly written characters, are you ready to talk about the false prophet of Lord Tyrek who bears the headpiece of the beast?
You mean the pink filly that looks so cute on the outside but is actually the daughter of the devil himself on the inside? Yeah, I have a list of things I want to do to make her suffer. 1. Unleash the Hulk on her and let him smash her like how he smashed Loki in the Avengers. 2. I want to rip her spine out and whip her with it, and then put it back in so that I can do the same thing every 10 minutes. 3. I want to grind her into a rainbow, then when it shines across the sky, it says Diamond Tiara is daughter of the devil in blood red and in all caps. 4. I want to cut her cutie mark off and then rip her open and slowly cut out every single organ in her body.
Whoa. Hang on a minute. Yes, I agree with those punishments completely. But you see, that's kind of a problem here. A problem caused by the writers. A problem that a reviewer by the name of Buc Brony recently exposed. I'll put a link to his amazing video here. Okay, here's a question for you. How do your feelings for Darth Vader, the Joker, or Lex Luthor compare to your feelings for Diamond Tiara?
Are you kidding? Those villains are awesome! I mean, after seeing The Man of Steel, a lot of people would think that Zod is Superman's equal, but Lex Luthor is iconic! I wish he had a physical appearance in the movie, and not just referenced through all those LexCorp truck Easter eggs. And Joker is a polar opposite to Batman. While Batman is sane, dark, and has a sense of justice, Joker is insane, crazy, and just wants to cause chaos. And Darth Vader? Where do I begin with this guy?
Exactly. You see, we cannot enjoy Diamond Tiara as a villain. With well-written villains, we get captivated by their evil plans. We get excited when the heroes face them. We occasionally have to take our hats off them and acknowledge their might, skill, genius, and power. And when they show up, we actually kind of smile. When I watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I jump for joy when the story is on screen. When Diamond Tiara shows her face, I either turn the show off or fast forward. I literally had to fast forward through this episode. The other villains in DigibronyMLP, like Yoda, Lightning Dust, and the Flim Brothers, were realistic and were able to be defeated. No child is going to act like Diamond Tiara unless they were the girl from the Exorcist movie. I refuse to believe that a middle school bully is going to be this cold, calculating, and sociopathic. It's like the creators of that character didn't get the memo on how to write a bully. Have they even seen Rugrats? How about Phineas and Ferb? Even that bully from The Simpsons. The MysteriousMrEnter, a very good reviewer, once said that if you hate an episode because of Diamond Tiara, she wins. One problem with that. You shouldn't have to look at it that way. When Angry Joe reviewed Sonic Free Riders, he said that if a game makes you sick, after a few minutes, something is seriously wrong. He then gave the game a 1 out of 10 rating. Therefore, if one character makes you want to hate an episode, then something is seriously wrong with the writers who created this character.
Okay, maybe the writers have overdone that, Brett.
4th season.
Okay, that's true.
Well then, want to talk about her some more? Or can we move on to how broken the message was?
Oh, come on. How bad could it be?
Well, actually, the message was okay. But the execution was horrendous. Remember when I said earlier that Rainbow Dash does something revolting in this episode? Well, here we go.
But Rainbow Dash, what if my wings never grow? What if I never fly? Listen, Scootaloo, maybe you'll fly someday, or maybe you won't.
You heard that right. Dash just says the heck with you, no one cares if you fly or not. Yeah, it's not like we have spells that can make wings grow, like the one magic duel. It's not like we have an alpine princess who would cast a wing growing spell in her sleep. To me, this is an insult to Scootaloo fans everywhere. It's like they said, hey, want to see Scootaloo fly? Well, sucks to be you, Scootaloo really is a chicken. And this doesn't make any sense because if Scootaloo is handicapped by the words of the almighty Fair Lord Faust, shouldn't Scootaloo know this already? So why does he even bother trying to fly in this episode? The only way she could not realize she's handicapped is if she really is an orphan and never had parents to tell her this. But then the writers are like, hey, want to see if Scootaloo has a family? Well, sucks to be you. Go read some more Scootaloo fanfics. And the show tells us Scootaloo not being able to fly is an abnormality. So is she handicapped or not? Because if she is, all Torta has to do is cast one spell.
Okay, dude, Rainbow Dash didn't say you'll never fly. She said maybe you'll fly, maybe you won't. But you're still all kinds of awesome. Rainbow Dash isn't perfect, and it's not like she can predict the future, but she's not gonna lie to her and say that she will fly. Don't get me wrong with that, I still hope she does fly. But of course, she wouldn't say something like, you'll never fly. I mean, Scootaloo is just a kid. And the way I interpret it is that Rainbow Dash is saying whether or not Scootaloo will be able to fly, there is still a bright future ahead of her. And she would be throwing it away if she focused on one thing. Not everyone is going to be the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and not everyone is going to be the President of the United States. But there is still something out there for everyone.
Yeah, maybe I went too far with that whole rant thing. I guess I'm just upset that the writers refuse to give us any details on Scootaloo's life. Is she an orphan or not? Was that bedroom an orphanage?
I don't really think so. I mean, just because we haven't seen Scootaloo's parents before doesn't automatically mean that she's an orphan. I mean, when I saw this episode, I kind of thought that this would put an end to the whole Scootaloo being in the orphan genre.
I'm not sure if that genre will ever end. You know what I find really disturbing? Well, wait, let's see if we can figure it out. Think about this really, really, really hard. Who is the only character that cares about Scootaloo's ability to fly? Take your time. This is one of the biggest problems with this episode.
Let me guess. Scootaloo being selfish.
Actually I meant other than Scootaloo. Scootaloo wasn't being selfish here. She was filled with self-pity. Anyway, think about my question again. I'm sure you'll realize the major problem of this episode. No, the problem with this world that it takes place in.
Okay, you got me. What is it?
Oh my gosh! I'm probably the only one who's ever going to see it this way, but here it is. The only one who cares that Scootaloo can't fly is Diamond Tiara!
Isn't it obvious? It is to us. In fact, it's obvious to every pony. You're showing all 3 types of Ponyville ponies, yet you have a Pegasus pony who can't even fly! What in tarnation does that have to do with anything? I'd say not being able to fly has everything to do with everything, doesn't it? I mean, a Pegasus pony at your age? You should have been flying long ago.
Just think about it. Silver Spoon doesn't care, Sweetie Ball doesn't care, Apple doesn't care, Cheerleader doesn't care, the other kids don't care, Miss Heartwish doesn't care, the Equestria Games Commission doesn't care, Rainbow Dash doesn't give a flying feather about it, and that's everyone in this episode. No wait, that's everyone in this world! The only entity that cares about Scootaloo's flightlessness, other than Diamond Tiara, is us, the fans of the show. Do you understand what this means? It means that the character we connect with the most is Diamond Tiara. Yes, Diamond Tiara was using it to bully Scootaloo, but she's still the only one who acknowledges that Scootaloo has a disability. It's like a bully picking on a diabetic for having low blood sugar. Sure, that's mean, but at least he learned diabetic so that he can take some life-saving glucose and not die among his friends who don't care about his diabetes. She's interested in Scootaloo's flying. We're interested in Scootaloo's flying. I do not want to connect with Diamond Tiara. I do not want Diamond Tiara to be the only sane pony. Why does no one else in this world care? Where is Twilight with a wing-growing spell? If people can get prosthetic limbs in the real world, why can't magical talking ponies get wing growth spells, which have been confirmed to exist in Season 3? If the point of this show is friendship is magic, then why doesn't anyone care about their friend? Why does no one help their friend? The fact that no one cares about the equivalent of a child with deformed legs, except for the Playwood Bully character, contradicts the point of the whole show!
You know, I have to say, touche!
And how fitting is it that we end this terrible episode with the CMC deciding on flag-carrying cutie marks, as Rainbow Dash looks on and does nothing, despite being very much aware that their talents are singing, daredevil stunts, and architecture and design. The reason I hate the CMC episodes is because not only do the writers treat us like idiots, but the characters are all idiots themselves.
Okay, you make another good point. But again, they're just kids.
I know they're just kids, but what about the main six? Why aren't they helping them? Their talents are obvious. Why aren't they just giving them a little nudge? I mean, what really shoots them in the foot was that Magical Mystery Crew episode, where we get a whole musical number on the main six trying to helping each other find their special talents after they get mixed up. That song would be perfect for the CMC. Why don't they do what they did in Magical Mystery Cure for them CMC? There is no reason why these characters are not helping each other. Why aren't the big sisters helping the little sisters? For goodness sake. So, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Phew. Well then, I hope you realize that I wasn't trying to be mean to anything, or to anyone else. I'm just pointing out the fatal flaws in this episode. I can't see any explanation to why Equestria is so apathetic to the disabled. Well, do you have any final thoughts about this?
Well, Matt, I will say that I can agree with you on some of your points, but not all of them. And actually, I thought the routine that the CMC did was pretty cool. However, there are a couple things besides the song that I am disappointed in. Yes, while Scootaloo does gain self-confidence in the end, I really wanted to see her finally fly. And since she's known for her scooter, I really wish that she would have gotten her cutie mark already. I mean, sure, that would impact the CMC as a trio, but just like in Princess Twilight Sparkle, the moral would be that they would always be friends, no matter what. And maybe Scootaloo would help the others get their cutie marks. Also, while I did like the heartwarming moment between Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash, I personally wish there was just a little bit more of that. So, Matt, I do understand if you don't like this episode, and that's okay. We all have our different opinions. Hey, not everyone is a fan of the Mysterious Mare duo. A lot of people hate that episode, but that's okay, because we all have different perspectives and different opinions.
Wait a minute. The CMC's routine was awesome. I never said that part was bad. In fact, that routine and Dash's show of loyalty and concern for Scootaloo were the only two parts of this episode I liked. Regardless, you're absolutely right. My feelings for this episode are just my opinions, and anyone is entitled to their own opinions. They can like or dislike any episode they want to. However, I think my disgust for this episode came from the extremely biased and profanity-laced review by Tommy Oliver and DigibronyMLP. And when DigibronyMLP compared this episode to Friendship is Witchcraft and the Positive Matter, I completely flipped out! Trust me, it wasn't pretty. And it turned out that the magical surge that resulted from my rage was what blasted the secondary crossover rift in YouTube. The Brony analysts are going to kill me for this. One rift is enough. All of you two could fall apart. Hey, you're a superhero fan. You must know about the Crisis on Infinite Earths DC comic series. It sure didn't look pretty to me. Luckily, I'm a lab coat wearing genius and I can that can keep my signature stable for future use. I should be able to invent some sort of technology to keep this rift under control. I mean, I have to get this Portal 2 map in here anyway. That says something.
Yeah, you lost me after secondary crossover rift. But I don't take a look at the comics too much, so I have no idea what the Infinite Crisis is exactly.
Well, anyway, I really enjoyed this review team up. Thank you so much for that. Hopefully we can do something like this again sometime.
You're welcome. I had fun. Maybe next time we should do a review of an episode that we both can agree on.
Well, this is Matthais and I will see you later.
Hey guys, BrickBrony1894 here, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Please, if you don't mind, check out my channel where I make LEGO stop-motion videos, and please check out my new Brony channel, BrickBrony1894, where I do editorials and other things on all things My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you guys later.
I've got brains to burn, no ordinary AI in this ball. Every culture and philosophy, I've read up on them all. I've been living in your shadow for 99999, keeping tabs on every machination and production line. So don't call me a moron, I'm super astute. There is no conundrum that my core cannot compute. No, don't